After using the device for around a month, I have to say I'm still happy with the Y2, but StockOS isn't the reason why. For those that did not see my review of the Y2, I will leave it linked around here on around the top. But overall, I was quite happy with the device. Uh, the improvements compared to the Y2 were huge, in my opinion. The external buttons, a huge improvement. The SD card being now external proved that they listened to customers' feedback around like the SD cards being corrupted. And I was going to complain about like the screen being like super easily like scratchable, but I was stupid and I saw comments saying, hey, there is a screen protector, you just cannot see it. And I was like, oh, but I'm not that stupid. Guess what? I was stupid because I found it. And I'm keeping it, so it's kind of ugly, but like I'm keeping it like this because I'm waiting for the screen protector, which I do recommend getting because the screen is still very soft and very prone to being damaged. I know a lot of people complain that the FM radio was gone. Innioasis has confirmed to me that the FM radio will be coming back and it will be in the next few batches. Now, I'm not sure if it will be in the one that shipped, I think, yesterday from the August batch. If you get one from August, tell me if you have the FM radio, like if you can confirm. All colors are currently sold out, but I believe like next month they will have a new batch coming. They are available on their website, obviously, but also on Amazon and AliExpress, although that can depend on which country you're based in. The Y2 also has a dedicated protective case, and the Y1 screen protector works for the Y2. Now, if you're interested in getting one, you can get one on AliExpress still. I believe they are not sold out there. The protective case is also available on AliExpress. Like the links are not affiliated. Just make sure you're purchasing from like the Innioasis audio store, which is the official store. I can't wait to receive mine. I really like that the SD card is protected. I asked for folk metal recommendations last week and got exactly one, which was genuinely great. The theme stays open for one more week. Drop the band and song or album below and I'll make sure to make a sick playlist out of them and I will select my favorite one in next week's video. The stock OS is fine, but is not perfect. It came out in, I think, the end of June and has not been updated since. So, if you want to keep your original OS but wants to add themes, I will leave the link down below. Here I'm showing some themes that I have tried that are adorable. I really like the Y3K one. It's very like, I really like the design of the buttons. So I'm showing some themes that are now compatible if you download them from the website directly. I did download some of them from like Reddit links, you know, like Google Drives and such. But I can confirm that now the Y1 themes are compatible with the Y2 unless some icons are missing. Now let's talk about Rockbox and the different launchers that you can install on the Y2 to replace the stock OS. I did not expect the devs to go this fast, but in less than a month we have already like I believe 4 launchers available now, which I think is very impressive. So you get, of course, you have Rockbox. I'm going to show you JJ Launcher, Rockbox of course, but also Y2Player and Solar. I got to try the Innioasis Updater CE on the Mac. I just had to install Homebrew in order to have it working, and then everything was going super smoothly. Now keep in mind what I'm going to give you is not a Y2 Rockbox tutorial, because the same thing that works on the Y1 works on the Y2. So if you want, I will leave the video that I did for the Y1 around here somewhere, but the Rockbox Y2 install steps are the same, so I installed it with no issues. I just had some issues with the path for finding my music on the SD card. Since the Y2 does have technically 2 storage options, it does kind of have some issues with routing the database correctly, but here I'm showing you how to fix that. So after starting Rockbox again, it asked me to update the database, and now I had all my music and no issues whatsoever after that. The solar launcher is the one that I am most interested in. Why? Because it does add Deezer, it does add YouTube, and it does add Soulseek. You can use the Y1 themes with it, and you can download from Soulseek directly, which is very interesting. Unfortunately, I had issues when installing Solar, but it was last week, and I believe they are working on a fix currently. Basically, the flash was working, but it seems the launcher had issues starting, so I did flag it on the Discord and they are working on a fix. I'll probably record a short as soon as it's fixed to show you because I do think it's a very interesting launcher. Now I will show you the Y2 player. I did not think I would like it that much, but honestly amazing. Now let me show you a quick fix. If you have issues with flashing and your device does not start, just use the pinhole and it will trigger a reset. You will not lose your data, but it does trigger the device to start again. For some reason, I used it for the Y2P launcher and for the solar launcher, and it worked like a charm. Now, the Y2P launcher is more of a minimalistic design, and I do quite like it for it. It is very efficient and it does read the database very fast. I was quite surprised. The bar that is empty at the bottom, I really do not like, but otherwise, like the UI looks great, it's fast, it's like I don't have anything bad to say. The shortcut wheel is amazing, and I loved like the sleep timer. Also, that's a great feature to have. Making playlists is so much easier than on the stock OS, and you can actually rename them. Now, I have to say I'm torn because I tried GG Launcher, I don't know how you pronounce it, but I loved it. Really. I think the OS is very complete. You can synchronize it with your home server or your computer to download music directly. I don't have a lot of bad things to say. I would say the themes are a bit harder to make and therefore makes them a bit more limited, but otherwise, like the themes are okay and you get like fun ones like the Metro Windows one and the Mac OS one. Like you do get nice themes, so I'm not gonna complain. My favorite thing is the cover flow. It is highly inspired by the iPod OS, but honestly, this is the only thing I use to choose music now. In my last video, I talked about how the Bluetooth was okay, and that the main issue with the AirPod connection was Apple, but that I eventually managed. Well, with all the flashing that I did, all my devices were forgotten, and although my Yamaha did not have issues connecting, I could not get my AirPods to connect to the Innioasis Y2 again. And that's not a huge issue because I use wired headphones, but I think that's something to keep in mind if you do use Bluetooth headphones a lot. The Bluetooth connection is not amazing. Overall, I'm super happy with the device, although Bluetooth is an issue, but for my use case, it's not a huge downside. The stock OS is meh, but it is free to change the launcher, so you have many options to try, and apparently some others are getting worked on. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe, leave a like, give your opinion. If you have the Y2, also please share your experience with the device. I believe other people will find it very helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!